If you look closely enough, the human body operates exactly like a bustling, interconnected metropolis. And right in the center of it all, the gut serves as a massive, constantly running manufacturing district. For years, we've been told that eating live bacteria, known as probiotics, is the direct way to heal the body. But those living microbes are really just the factory workers on the assembly line. They don't actually do the healing themselves. This diagram shows the complete manufacturing process. At the first station, we have prebiotics. These are the plant fibers from your food that act as raw materials. They flow into the second station, where those live probiotic workers break them down. And that brings us to the final station, where the workers produce postbiotics. These are solid, non-living chemical packages. They hold the precise biological instructions the rest of the body needs to function safely. Because these packages are not alive, they are entirely safe. They can't cause infections, even when the body is weak. In fact, the factory is so efficient that even the broken pieces of dead bacteria are boxed up and shipped out as incredibly useful instruction manuals. The entire city relies on a steady flow of these chemical packages. We don't depend on the live microbes themselves to keep us healthy. We depend on the vital instructions they manufacture. Before those packages can travel anywhere, they have to pass through the gut lining. Think of this lining as a strict city wall and communication gateway. It is a single, microscopic layer of cells responsible for deciding exactly what is allowed into the bloodstream. To keep that wall standing, the factory workers produce a specific group of packages called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. The most famous of these is butyrate, and its primary job is to deliver pure energy straight to the wall's defensive cells. This diagram shows how butyrate secures the perimeter. It commands the cells to engage their microscopic protein locks, which physically snap shut, sealing the vulnerable spaces between cells. The packages also order the gateway to build a sticky protein called mucin. This weaves into a thick mucus blanket over the locked cells, acting like a net to catch harmful bacterial waste. To reinforce the area even further, the factories churn out large sugar shields that lock into place as an extra layer of structural armor. If the factories stop making these local deliveries, the mechanical locks lose power and pop open. Dangerous toxins slip right past the gateway into the blood, triggering a state of constant low-level swelling throughout the entire body. Just past that wall, human immune cells patrol the bloodstream. They act as dedicated security checkpoints, scanning the network for any signs of trouble. When these aggressive immune cells spot friendly postbiotic packages arriving from the gut, they carefully read the chemical instructions and immediately lower their defensive weapons. This diagram shows exactly how they calm the system down. Inside the cell is a primary alarm switch that triggers heavy inflammation. Postbiotics deliver a clear stop signal, physically blocking that alarm and forcing it to the off position. They also command the body to build specialized peacekeeper cells. These cells patrol the network and train your security checkpoints to ignore harmless food proteins, silencing allergic reactions before they have a chance to start. While the immune system calms down, the rest of the fatty acid packages merge onto the bloodstream highway. They travel far away from the gut to regulate major metabolic centers, like the liver and the muscles. This flowchart shows what happens when those instructions arrive at a muscle cell. On the left, the chemical package plugs in and tells the cell to listen to insulin and safely absorb blood sugar. On the right, without that package, the cell goes deaf to insulin. Sugar piles up in the blood, leading directly to metabolic failure. Keeping the body healthy requires a continuous, steady flow of these postbiotic packages. It is the absolute requirement for maintaining a calm immune system and keeping the metabolic engine running smoothly. The highest level headquarters in this entire network is the brain. It connects straight down to the gut through a high-speed data cable that allows the two areas to communicate instantly. Before any package can enter the brain, it has to pass a strict security filter, which heavily guards delicate brain tissue against incoming toxins. Looking at this diagram, you can see a calming biological message sliding right through that security grid. Once inside, it plugs directly into a sparking, panicked nerve and instantly turns it a calm blue, putting out the fires caused by anxiety and stress. Postbiotics also carry a second set of instructions. They command the brain to produce a specific repair protein. This protein acts as a growth signal for your mind. It forces damaged brain cells to rapidly recover and sprout fresh, glowing connections. Achieving clear mental focus and recovering from the damage of chronic stress is physically impossible without these specific chemical instructions arriving safely from the gut. When we pull back, we can see the entire network working together in perfect harmony. Down in the manufacturing district, the factories are constantly pumping out life-saving packages to every single sector of the body. The bacteria living inside you are dedicated, hard-working factory employees. But the true healing power comes from the precise, non-living chemical messages they create. To keep this ultimate delivery network running, those workers need raw materials. Eating a daily supply of plant fiber is the only way to ensure they can keep building the instructions your body needs to thrive.